And nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 31 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, longevity business, anything we're speaking about here today, if you have a comment or a success story you'd like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. Try to call in early so we can get to as many calls as possible. 844-236-6010 is our number today and every day. SideBen.com, PharmacistBen.com, or CriticalHealthNews.com. You can purchase longevity products right off the websites, or you can sign up to join the Brightside Ben team, PharmacistBen.com, BrightsideBen.com, or CriticalHealthNews.com for a one-time $25 fee. You can start yourself a business, work out of your home, enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, get thank you checks for helping spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. It's like a public service. If you know somebody who's suffering, and there are so many people who are suffering needlessly, suffering because of nutritional deficiencies, suffering because of poor lifestyle choices, suffering because of drugs and medical management, there are so many people who are suffering in their bodies in pain, the fear associated with not knowing what's going on with your body. If you want to help, and it's like a public service, it's just love. Aside from making money, and you'll make money if you do this correctly, but aside from making money, just loving your neighbor. If you want to make a difference in people's lives, if nutritional supplementation has made a difference in your life, and you want to start a business, you want to be in business, a business that helps people, a business that makes people feel better, a business that improves lives, longevity is something that you want to check out, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Please head to BrightsideBen.com, PharmacistBen.com, or CriticalHealthNews.com. And for a one-time $25 fee, you can start yourself a longevity business. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. You can also, of course, purchase products by calling 866-735-2470. Also want to remind you to check out our Truth Skin Health products. Truth Retinol 5% Gel. If you're dealing with aging skin, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, or if you have acne blemishes, or if you just want an overall skin tonic and you just want to prevent your skin from aging at an accelerated pace, retinol is your go-to active ingredient for the skin. Along with vitamin C, there are no more important ingredients. Flat out, I'm telling you this flat out, and I've been doing this 35 years. There are no more important topical ingredients. There's nothing more important than retinol and vitamin C in its fat-soluble form. Where do you get them? TruthTreatments.com. Truth Retinol 5% Gel, Truth Transdermal C Balm, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, and Truth Transdermal C Serum. Voted one of the top 150 products in the world by Harper's Bazaar magazine. Never any preservatives, fragrances, fillers, waxes, water, silicone, oil, nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want in any of our Truth Treatment products. They're all up at TruthTreatments.com, TruthTreatments.com. Okay, so we are talking about the nature of vibration on the bright side. Vibration being the back and forth movement of energy. Energy is, of course, what everything is made up of. That's what Einstein told us. Matter is energy. Energy is matter. That's what the Hindu text told us 600 BC. Matter and energy are equivalent. Everything that we see, that looks like it's solid is not solid. It's all a function of energy, and that includes the body. And that means that everything that happens in the body is a function of energy, and that means health and wellness are a function of energy, and that means vibration. Energy is vibration. Vibration is energy. All cells, organs, tissues, organisms, as well as rocks and stones and water and tables and chairs, everything in our reality is all energy and vibration, so it should come as no surprise that there's going to be a relationship between vibration and health, vibration and disease. Even nutrition is about vibration. Nutrients work because they vibrate appropriately. Drugs do not work because they vibrate inappropriately. Health is about healthy vibration. And despite this the non-acceptance of this idea by your doctor, by mainstream medicine, in fact, non-acceptance by the mainstream is completely irrelevant when it comes to accuracy. Just because your doctor says it's not true, or it's not accurate, or it's not accepted by the mainstream, doesn't mean it doesn't work. Accuracy of an idea, the truthfulness of an idea, and acceptance are two separate things. Just because your doctor says something doesn't make sense, or he doesn't understand it, doesn't mean it doesn't work. The list of visionaries who were first labeled and humiliated as crazy and quacks before their ideas were accepted is like a who's who of the greatest scientists in history. Some of the greatest men in history were considered nut jobs and quacks before their ideas became mainstream. First they were considered crazy, then they were considered mainstream. Galileo, who had the absolute gall to say that the earth actually went around the sun and not the other way around. They put him under house arrest. Luigi Galvani, Italian biologist, the father of bioelectromagnetics. He had the nerve, the absolute insanity, to claim that the body actually generated an electrical charge and moved itself via electricity. How crazy is that? William Harvey, English physician, discovered that the blood circulation originates in the heart and moves through arteries and capillaries and then veins. How crazy. Oh my God. William Harvey was considered a nut job in the 16th century, or the 17th century, 16th century, I think it was. Oh, check out this. Ignaz Semmelweis. This was a Hungarian doctor. He was the developer of antiseptic theory. He had this absolute insane idea that his colleagues, his doctor colleagues who worked in the hospital, they were doing autopsies on dead bodies, and then they would go from the morgue into the maternity ward, and they didn't know about washing their hands. They couldn't figure out why were all these women dying in childbirth after the doctors were pulling the babies out of the womb after they left the morgue. And so Semmelweis said, well, maybe you should wash your hands first. And they laughed at him. They thought he was crazy. He ended up getting kicked out of the hospital. He ended up dying penniless because he had the nerve to say doctors should wash their hands after they left the morgue before they delivered babies. This is Arthur Schopenhauer, German philosopher, brilliant German philosopher. Quote, every truth passes through three stages before it is recognized. It is first ridiculed, then it is opposed, and then third, it is regarded as self-evident, unquote. This is what the mainstream is about. This is what orthodoxy is about. Orthodoxy is about things not changing. And any new ideas are not welcome. They're crackpot. They're crazy. Jonathan Swift, English philosopher, quote, when a true genius appears in this world, you may know him by this sign, that the dunces are all in confederacy against him, unquote. So if you think that the idea of vibratory and frequency and bioelectricity when it comes to health is some kind of outlandish, crazy idea, crackpot idea, pharmacist Ben is now in la-la land with all of these ideas. That's what somebody once said to me. You're in la-la land with all your crazy ideas. You're probably, very likely, going to be missing a powerful notion when it comes to health and wellness. The power of vibration. This is what homeopathy is about, by the way. Homeopathy is also laughed at and derided, quackery. It's basically just pure solutions of water, but somehow these solutions of water are so effective at healing illnesses that even the FDA recognizes them as medicine. Even the U.S. government recognizes homeopathy as medicine. So how is it that solutions that are so dilute that they contain medicine that's measured in parts per billion can somehow modify biochemistry and heal the body? How could that possibly be? Well, it's the power of vibration. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you. We will return right after this. Don't go away. Okay, we bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you. We will get your calls here at the bottom of the hour. Actually, we'll get your calls at the bottom of the hour. I've got a quick guest coming on. You know what? I think I'm going to take calls a little early. I'm going to say a few more things about homeopathy, and then we'll get your calls here. I've got a quick guest coming on, and I forgot all about here in our last segment, so we'll get your calls here at the end of this segment. And then next segment, 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive pages. BenFuchsArchives.com and BrightSideBen.com both have search engines that you can search various subject matter, or review a program if you miss a program. That's BrightSideBen.com and BenFuchsArchives.com. You can purchase longevity products off BrightSideBen.com, PharmacistBen.com, and CriticalHealthNews.com. And you can purchase our Truth Skin Health products, Truth Retinol 5% Gel, Truth Transdermal C Serum, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, and our Truth Transdermal C Balm off TruthTreatments.com. We have a skin health blog up as well at TruthTreatments.com. Also, check out my Facebook page, The Truth with Ben. I don't really use my personal Facebook page. I know a lot of you guys have tried to friend me at that page. I'm sort of phasing that one out, but I do post various health things that I think are important about the skin and about health on my Truth with Ben Facebook page, so you might want to check that out as well. All right, so homeopathy is about vibration. It's laughed at, it's derided. The medical mainstream medicine can't figure out why homeopathy works. Why does it work? It's vibrational. Even if it's the medicine in a homeopathic solution is in the liquid at parts per billion concentration, I mean tiny, almost insignificant amounts, the vibration is there. And the vibration is what accounts for the power of homeopathic medicine, power that is so well recognized and significant that the U.S. government considers it official medicine. Homeopathic medicine is official medicine. They're allowed to make claims. They're allowed to do things that only allopathic medicine can make. Allopathic is the medicine of drugs. Homeopathic is the medicine of very, very dilute solutions, mostly of plants. 70% or so of homeopathic medicine is plant medicine. Mainstream doctors will tell you, oh, it's all a placebo. You know, the whole placebo thing about homeopathy, guess what? Homeopathy works for pets. And if something works for pets, clearly it's not a placebo effect. According to Dr. Mark Bittan of the Holistic Veterinary Healthcare Clinic in Malibu, California, quote, homeopathy works just as effectively in the healing of animals as it does in healing humans, unquote. So what's the answer? What is it that accounts for this mysterious power of super diluted homeopathic medications? Is it placebo? No. It's the power of vibration. In the body, healthy vibrations can be regarded as a kind of coherence. We call it what we call a smooth, orderly, organized movement of energy. That's said to be coherence. Coherence can be thought of as beautiful music. The body loves smooth and orderly. It craves orderly movement of energy. That's why when I'm always telling people to breathe, I always say breathe deeply, slowly, and rhythmically. The body loves rhythm. It loves orderly movement. This is why classical music is classical. That means that it will always be beautiful, regardless of the historical time period it's listened to in. The music of Beethoven's always going to be beautiful, whether it's in the 16th century or the 18th century or the 19th century or the 20th century. Mozart, Beethoven, Brahms, they're all going to be soothing. They're all going to be beautiful. It's always going to be easy to listen to, just as easy to listen to in the 21st century as it was in the 19th century and the 18th century. On the other hand, using this model, using this idea of vibrations and health and coherency, unhealthy vibrations are incoherent. That's music that's hard to listen to. It's unlikely that anyone from the 19th century would ever want to listen to Pearl Jam or Nirvana or the Sex Pistols. This kind of music could not be said to be beautiful. I happen to like that kind of music. You know, I don't have anything against it, but you wouldn't call it beautiful. You wouldn't say Nirvana is beautiful music, even if you're a fan. And I am a fan. And it will never be considered classical music, even if people are interested in it 100 years from now. It's never going to be considered in the same, you'll never be spoken of in the same breath as Beethoven or Mozart, because it's non-coherent. It's incoherent music. Mozart is coherent music. Coherence is about strength. Coherence is about health. Incoherence is about disease. Incoherence is about dysfunction. It's like the difference between a laser and a 100-watt light bulb. What is it that makes a laser so much more powerful and functional? What is it that makes a laser a surgical instrument? You can't do surgery with a light bulb, but you could certainly do surgery with lasers. You can do all kinds of amazing things with lasers that you can't do with a light bulb. You're not going to be able to play your CD with a light bulb, but you can play it with laser. So what is it that makes lasers more powerful and more functional than a light bulb? It's coherency. The light waves that come out of a laser are coherent. They're organized. They're structured. A laser generates coherent light, organized light. A light that comes from your 100-watt light bulb, the waves are incoherent. They're jumbled. They're chaotic. When something's incoherent, it loses its strength. When something's coherent, it's much more powerful. In the body, coherency is associated with power. Incoherency is associated with a lack of power. In the body, nutrition, relaxation, breathing correctly, all the things we talk about here on the bright side, what I call the bright side philosophy of health, is really about coherence. It's about vibratory coherence. It's about lasers. Relaxation turns your energy into a laser from a light bulb. Breathing techniques turn your energy into a laser from a light bulb. Nutrition turns your energy from a light bulb into a laser. Drugs, surgeries, ablations, chemotherapy, all the tools of the modern medical model, that's about chaos. That's about incoherence. That, in a nutshell, is the difference between a drug and nutrition. Drugs are incoherent. They're chaotic. The body can't work with that. Nutrition is coherent. It's smooth. It's orderly. All the things that we talk about on the bright side philosophy as modalities of health are about coherence. They're about energy that is organized and structured. The mainstream medical models tools are the exact opposite. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We will continue talking about this relationship between health and coherent energy. Got lots more to say about drugs. Also want to talk about Royal Raymond Rife, who was the main one of the most important healers when it came to understanding the relationship between frequency and health. Royal Raymond Rife. We'll talk about him tomorrow as we continue on the bright side, talking about vibration and health. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let us go to John in Michigan, who has been holding on for a long time. Good morning, John. Welcome to the bright side, buddy.
Good morning, Ben. Talking about music, do some research on the 440 tuning. That's international.
Yeah, tell me a little. I've heard about that. What do you know? Are you a musician?
Yes.
Well, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the Germans and the Rockefellers decided to get the tuning to 440, which creates a dissonance from 432. There was a lot of resistance in Europe with the English and French musicians, but the Rockefellers, he had a block in Chicago that in this building they developed all the hard instruments that are tuned and cannot be changed. And so the 440 creates dissonance. And all the church bells, the NBC signal, boom, 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 that's all at the 440. And this is something that, if you do some research, you'll find it's really outrageous.
I will do a little research. I kind of know a little bit about it, but I'm not a musician, and I don't quite understand this whole thing about tuning. But I do know that the Rockefellers had something to do with setting the tuning to 440. I'll do some research on that. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention.
I have to talk to you about one other...
No, we got to take a break, but I'll finish up with your call here when we come back. Is that okay, John?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so don't go away. If you're on hold, hang tight. We'll finish up. We'll get all your calls in. We got a guest coming up in our last segment, so we'll get your calls here in our next segment. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to John in Michigan. Good morning, Johnny. Talk to me, buddy.
Yes, Ben, you've mentioned before the type of supplementation a woman should take to make her more susceptible to getting pregnant. And could you go through that again? I think vitamin E was a critical one. Yeah.
The key to understanding infertility and to getting pregnant is to keep your cortisol levels down. You also want, of course, always work with your blood sugar and digestion. That's for building a healthy baby. But you're not going to get pregnant when the body perceives stress or survival threats. That is when cortisol is elevated, depending on how much it's elevated, your likelihood of pregnancy is going to be diminished. Vitamin E is anti-cortisol. Vitamin E is amazingly anti-cortisol. In fact, anybody who's dealing with hypercortisolemia, too much cortisol in the blood, too much stress, or any of the signs of excessive cortisol, insomnia, jitteriness, anxiety issues, Pretty much, if you're sick, you're probably elevated. Your cortisol is probably elevated. If you're elderly or older, your cortisol is probably elevated. If you're in surgery or post-surgery, your cortisol is probably elevated. If you're alive in 21st century America, your cortisol is probably elevated. Vitamin E is wonderfully anti-cortisol. If you're infertile or you can't make a baby, use vitamin E. Vitamin E, by the way, the Greek name for vitamin E is tocopherol. You probably heard that term. Tocopherol means to bear children. So it is the fertility vitamin. Vitamin E is. Zinc is also very important if you're dealing with, if you're trying to get pregnant, if you're dealing with infertility issues. Zinc is very important for all hormonal issues. Zinc and copper go together. So if you're taking zinc, you always want to supplement with copper. Pregnenolone, I love pregnenolone as an anti-cortisol supplement. You may want to use 100 milligrams or so of pregnenolone. Progesterone is your pregnancy hormone, progestation hormone. That means pro-pregnancy hormone. Progesterone cream can help you. If you're secreting lots of estrogen, it's very likely that your progesterone is not working as effectively. So if you're infertile, use progesterone cream. Use all the relaxation strategies you can think of before you try to conceive a baby. Get in a hot tub or a hot bath or hot shower. Get a massage. Do deep breathing, meditation. This is before you're trying to conceive the baby. Relax the body. Essential fatty acids are also important for helping stabilize cortisol. Vitamin A is also important, 20,000 IU of vitamin A or so. Let's see what else I can tell you. Magnesium is very important for helping stabilize cortisol. Magnesium is a relaxation mineral. Selenium is always important. Selenium helps balance out excess estrogen, which can keep you from getting pregnant. And interestingly, estrogen helps make a baby, but it will keep, if your estrogen is too high, you won't be able to conceive a baby. You'll be able to grow a baby, but you won't be able to conceive a baby. So helping balance out estrogen, helping balance out your estrogen or protecting estrogen with probiotics. Using probiotics can be very helpful in addition to using progesterone cream or progesterone as a medication.
What about the male part of it? The same?
Same idea with males. Absolutely, same idea with males. Same idea with males. Vitamin E, zinc, selenium. Keep your cortisol down with vitamin A and vitamin E and progesterone. Men benefit, by the way, from progesterone, just like women benefit from progesterone. So relaxing the body, that's your most important strategy for making a baby. And if you're sick or you have some kind of chronic inflammation, you got to figure out what's causing that, and that's where the digestive strategies and the blood sugar strategies come in. The body is not stupid. We're stupid, but the body's not stupid. We'll try to make a baby even though the body doesn't want to make a baby. The body's going to say no. And if you're infertile and you're trying to make a baby, you're doing everything you can. The answer is not drugs. The answer is not hormones. The answer is not Clomid from your fertility specialist. That's overriding the body's wisdom, and it's not intelligent. It's not a smart idea to override the body's wisdom. John, I want to get one more call in before we get to our guests.
Remember the 440.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it. Have a good morning. All right, let's go to Pam in Michigan, and then we'll go to our guest. Pam, what's going on?
Good morning, Ben. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you for enriching the lives of our team and the millions of others. You speak from the heart, and your knowledge has taught so many people, so many open-minded people, the benefits of change.
Thank you. What made you say that? What made you bring that up? I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Well, you spoke with a lot of our team at convention. The feedback I got from them was just so positive. And, we've always listened to you, since we've heard about you, and it's really enriched our lives.
Thank you, Pam. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, Pam. Thank you.
I wanted to say one thing about, like when people fill out forms, FORMS. And that's like,
I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you, Pam. Say that again. When people fill out forms?
Yeah, like a form, and they want to know about your family, your occupation, your recreation, and your money, right? And so if you don't have balance, like you're talking about, vibrations and rhythm and all that, if you don't have the proper balance for your form about your family, if your family life is a little different, and your occupation is, whatever, and if you don't get enough recreation or your money problems.
In your life, balance in your life?
Yeah. Isn't that going to determine whether we're going to have stress or success?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The body loves a little bit of action or a little bit of intensity and a lot of rest. And that's the combination you're looking for. You don't want all rest, but you don't want all intensity. You got to balance out intensity with rest. You got to balance out work with fun. You got to balance out business with pleasure. And the balance is not 50-50. It's 10% or 20% business, 80% pleasure. How cool would it be, Pam, if we only had to work one or 2 days a week? human beings don't mind working. We just don't want to work our whole lives. We don't mind being productive. We don't want to just have to get up every morning at 7 a.m. and then go to bed at 10 or 11 a.m. 7 days a week or 6 days a week. 1 or 2 days or 3 days of work is perfect. In the future, that's what it'll be. We need to work. The body is meant to work. It grows under duress, but you've got to have the right balance, and the right balance, in my opinion, is somewhere around 10% or 20% duress and 80% long, luscious rest and relaxation. All right, Pam, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for your kind words. It really mean a lot to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Take care. All right. So I'm really excited to bring our next guest. He's become a good friend of mine. He is the producer for Coast to Coast, Tom Danheiser. He knows a lot of stuff about a lot of people, and he's a super-duper cool guy. I'm going to talk to him here for the end of the segment. In our next segment, Tommy, are you there?
Ben, you're very, very nice for saying all those words. And I got to tell you, I wish I could reach 80% of relaxing. I get about 40% if I'm lucky.
That's not good, Thomas. That's what I'm saying. The body likes to have lots of rest. Doesn't that sound good if you could only work 10% or 20% and then just kick back 80% of the time? Wouldn't that be awesome?
I was sitting here listening to you. I was picturing Hawaii most of my life.
Right. Who came up with this you only get 2 days off and you work 5 days? Who came up with that crazy idea? That's not humane.
Not you. Not you and not me.
No. I personally, I believe that you gotta be celebrating life, enjoying life, and then a little bit of productivity. You don't have to be on fire every single moment of the day, but you do want to be on fire for a little bit of it. So anyway, Thomas, producer of Coast to Coast, how'd you end up with that gig?
I don't have enough time for me to tell you. I worked for Premier Networks for a while, and they said, hey, this is the nutshell version, but they said, hey, we're bringing this show here. Would you like to work on it? And I took about 1 second, and I said, yeah, here we are.
So do you connect with all the kind of like outside the box things that George talks about and all the outside the box guests, or are you just the producer guy? What's your personal take on all that?
That's 2 questions in one, but I'll start. Yeah, I'm like the front line. There's 4 producers to the show, and so what we do is all the people that you hear on the show, we pre-interview them first, and we make sure that that the topic is right and George can play with it, and it would be a good fit for the show. And then once we do, we run it by George, and of course he can do with anything. He's a pro, so
he's a pro's pro. We're running into a break, Tom. We'll come back and we'll talk about longevity and Coast to Coast, and then we're up to here in LA.
Ralph, remember when you said...
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're talking to Thomas Danheiser, producer of the Coast to Coast radio program. We're going to be Thomas and I will be doing a little gig in LA next when is it? Thomas, when is it? It's next Wednesday or it's next Tuesday, August 29th.
29th.
Yes, August 29th. So I want to talk to you a little bit real quickly, and we'll talk about that in a sec. I want to talk real quickly about longevity and Coast to Coast. You guys have been involved with Dr. Wallach and the Mighty 9 Essential Nutrients and myself now for going on 3 years. I think it's been 3+ years. What's your take on the whole thing, on the whole nutritional thing?
Well, first of all, I wanted to say that you do a great job for us, so thank you very much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Thomas.
You know what? Knowledge is power, and you and Doc, you guys bring just such a wealth of knowledge and health to people, and the response is overwhelming. We get emails constantly every time you guys are on.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We do thank you, and you're doing such a service for people.
And you guys have super smart listeners, I have to tell you, super savvy and discriminating and very intelligent listeners. And I know because I get the letters as well. And you guys are doing a great job, too, of course. I've been a fan of Coast to Coast since the beginning. All right. So I want to talk about this. What are you calling it? Lunch with something? What's the name of it?
It's glad you're studying.
Thanks, Tom. I'm just excited to be there.
No, we're happy to have you. It's the next in our luncheon series, the little luncheon series we've created. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, we do these at the Great Greek Restaurant on Ventura Boulevard. We're going to do one with you, Pharmacist Ben, on Tuesday, August 29th from 2 to 4 p.m. We're going to have a little lunch. We're going to give away some prizes. We're going to talk about health and give out a lot of knowledge, and people are going to learn a lot. And you get to mingle with like-minded people at these lunches. So they're a lot of fun, and we hope that folks, if you're around in the Los Angeles area, you can come on out.
Now, where in L.A. is this?
It's at the Great Greek
No. What part of the city?
Oh, it's Sherman Oaks, California.
Sherman Oaks. Okay, and is that considered L.A. or is it just outside L.A.?
No, it's L.A. LA County.
Okay. All right. And if people want to want more information, if people want to sign up, go to pharmacistben.com. We've got a banner up there. You just click on the banner, and you'll get somebody will contact them with more information. And you'll get email response.
Yeah, somebody will get back to them, or they can also go to eatandgreetlunch@gmail.com. But all that information is up on your website.
Eat and Greet. That's what it's called. That's what I was trying to say. So how long have you been doing this?
We started in February, and we do them like every other month. And
that's awesome. Good deal.
Yeah,
who have you had?
It's really neat. It's just like a club.
Who have you had?
Well, let's see. We started out with George and myself, and then coming up, we have Rosemary Ellen Guiley. We've had Joseph Jacobs, the psychic. We've had who else have we had at those lunches? John Jacobson we've had. So what we do is we rotate them with guests of the show. Okay, so
it's like the real far out people, the kind of outside the box folks, or just everybody and anybody?
It's all kinds of people. We did one with Catherine Austin Fitz. It was a financial lunch. Like I said, we've done a psychic lunch. We've done a love lunch. So
what was the love? Who was the love? Who was the love lunch?
Marla Martinson is her name. She's called the Beverly Hills Matchmaker.
Oh, I love it. And it's like on relationships and stuff like that?
Yeah, and then we have a Q&A, and people sit around and they ask questions and just meet people. It's very social, and it's just a different thing that people look forward, from what I hear, to doing. We have return people all the time.
So it's like a club where you get to meet cool people that are guests on the show, or just cool people that you like.
Yeah, and I can't think of any people that would be cooler than the ones that come out to see you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Tom. So we're going to be seeing you. You're also a music fan too, aren't you?
I am a music fan. I do like music.
Were you a DJ?
I was a big band DJ for 3 years. I played, Count Basie, Ella Fitzgerald, stuff like that.
Are you a radio guy necessarily, or are you a music guy? What is your background? A journalist?
No, I'm a radio guy. I'm a radio guy. I just love music, but I started spinning music, and then I went into to producing in the background, and I find it more rewarding when you come up with something and then you see it come to fruition. So I think the background people of your TV shows and your radio shows, those are the people that not necessarily everybody else knows about, but those are the people that make this whole big entertainment thing happen. So it's a lot of fun to do, and I enjoy it.
Infotainment, because you guys are not you're not just mere entertainment. You've got lots of information. I want to ask you real quickly, and then I know you got to go here, but real quickly, are you involved with the Beyond Belief program, George's Beyond Belief?
Yeah, I'm the executive producer of the show.
You're the executive producer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, about 3.5 years ago, I was approached at an event we were at. It was called Conspiracy Con. We were sitting around, and someone came up to me from at that time it was called Gaiam TV, and they said, "Hey, let's do it. Let's do a show." So they flew us up there, and we had a little meeting, and we talked to the owner of the company, and we're sitting outside having lunch, and he says, "Okay, let's try this. What do you want to call it?" I said, "Let's call it Beyond Belief."
Nice. So now you said the owner of the company, Yurka? Is that who you talked to?
Yeah, Yurka, and I always have trouble pronouncing his last name, so forgive me if you're listening, Yurka.
I don't even know his last name. What is his last name?
Rostravi. I'm butchering it, so don't put me on the spot. But
I don't know if I ever told you the Yurka story. I'll tell you sometime when I see you. It's a great story, how he started Gaiam.
Is it long? Can you tell me now?
No, it's kind of involved, but yeah, Gaiam is an amazing setup. They do some superior work over there. Oh my goodness, Gaiam TV. All right,
crazy
so give us a plug for the Eat and Greet one more time, and then I'll let you go, Thomas.
All right, so it's the latest in the luncheon series, Eat and Greet. Our guest will be none other than pharmacist Ben Fuchs. And folks, if you are in the Los Angeles area, it's Tuesday, August 29th. It'll be from 2 to 4 p.m. You can get all the info by going to Ben's great site, or you can go straight to eatandgreetlunch@gmail.com. We hope to see everybody there.
Thank you so much, Tom. I'm going to talk to you soon. I'll give you a call later.
Ben, thanks for having me on.
All right, buddy. Take care. That's Tom Danheiser, producer of the Coast to Coast radio program. He's also doing an Eat and Greet with me, myself, on August 29th. If you're in the LA area, hope to see you there. You can get more information at pharmacistben.com. We're going to talk about all, I don't get to talk about absolutely everything I want to talk about. We only have an hour every day, and actually only half hour that I get to talk, and then we take your calls, of course. So when I do my presentations, they're just absolutely packed with information that I don't get to always share on this radio program. And you guys who have seen me do my presentations know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm so excited to be in the LA area. That is this August 29th, this Tuesday, August 29th, 2 to 4 p.m. LA time. And you can get more information at pharmacistben.com. Just click on the link, the Eat and Greet link at the top of the page, pharmacistben.com. All right, so that's all the time we have for today. Tomorrow I'm going to continue talking about homeopathy. We'll continue talking about vibrational medicine. That is what it's called. There's a really cool book, by the way, called Vibrational Medicine. Then we're going to get into Royal Raymond Rife, and his wonderful work. I'm going to tell you about his book on frequency healing. That is one of my favorite. I've got a lot of favorite books, of course, but you know that from listening to this program. But one of my favorite reference books about disease and the healing of disease is his book on frequency medicine. Royal Raymond Rife was one of the all-time greats, outside-the-box medical thinkers and medical healers. We'll continue talking about him tomorrow on the bright side as we continue talking about coherence and frequency medicine. If you're interested in checking out the longevity products, please head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. Love to have you on the Brightside Ben team for a one-time $25 fee. You can join the Brightside Ben team. You can also purchase longevity products off our websites, brightsideben.com, criticalhealthnews.com, and pharmacistben.com. And if you want to check out the absolute finest finest skin treatment products, you want to look at truthtreatments.com, our retinol 5% gel, Truth Transdermal C Serum, Truth Transdermal C Balm, and Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream. If you're dealing with dark spots, blemishes, if you have a sunburn, or if you have any kind of broken skin, if you just want a great skin tonic, a product that will significantly change the quality and texture and the health of the skin, you need to check out our Truth Treatment products at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. As I've said, we also have a really cool skin health blog at truthtreatments.com. And don't forget about my Facebook page, The Truth with Ben. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, awesome, beautiful, spectacular day. We will talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Echoes of mama.